Welcome back to the show. It's I Quit My Band. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good, dude.
Stupendous.
Give yourselves a round of applause. I like when you do the round of applause. It makes me feel like I'm actually like in a place.
It helps me to sync up the audio and the video.
Yeah, well,
that's literally why I
do it every time. My name's Nate.
I'm JJ.
I'm Evan.
And welcome back to the show, everyone. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe down below. Follow us on Instagram, and TikTok is the other one for podcast clips and comedy skits and, you know, for zone content. I mean, we're just kind of all over the map these days.
We're trying anything.
We're trying anything. Some of it's working well.
If anything sticks to the wall, that's what you're getting.
That's what we're doing. And then subscribe to our Patreon page. $5 a month for bonus content. We have a whole bunch of new bonus content coming out weekly now. It used to be quarterly or whatever the fuck we were doing with that.
Can you believe it?
Now we've done it weekly. Deftones, Led Zeppelin riff draft, Shooting the Shit, parts 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we have the origin story, plus we did a video about AI music taking over the world.
And Timbaland.
And Timbaland and
Mostly.
Spoon as
Yeah,
well.
Spoon
A little bit of
mixed in it.
Spoon in there, too. So go check that out on the Patreon. JH, can you help me out?
Oh, sure, man.
With the, can you be my Vanna White with the shirt?
Oh, God.
Go get the IQMB shirt
Yeah,
down in the description. Please support the channel.
Please.
Please. It's enthusiastic. And then when that shirt comes out, I'm like, getting that fucking thing.
You
Please.
got boxes of egg laying around.
Black boxes of that. Thanks everyone for watching. But tonight we are going to be reviewing a new album that came out just recently by a band called Wednesday, a very popular band. The album is called Bleeds. It came out just this past Friday, I think.
Yeah.
What's everyone's experience with Wednesday? I can go first if you want me to.
You go first.
Wednesday is a band that like has all of the elements of stuff that I really love. Some heavy guitars, some twangy guitars, like has that country tinge to it with also adding like hints of grunge and heavier rock music and a little bit of shoegaze as well. But for some reason it's just like never clicked with me. Does anyone else feel like that, or is it just me?
I feel pretty similar because I remember Feeble Little Horse talking about Wednesday kind of being, or people mentioning Wednesday a lot when Feeble Little Horse put out Heyday.
Yeah.
So I checked out the album before Rat Saw God, and I was like, all right, this is okay. I kind of felt similar. Like they have elements that I like. I do like that their guitars are like extremely fuzzy.
Yes.
Like, they're much fuzzier than you hear in most indie rock bands, and I thought that was cool. And then when Rat Saw God came out, and it got like unbelievably good reviews, I was like excited to listen to it, thinking like, oh wow, this is like their breakthrough, like masterpiece album. And I thought it was like just kind of a good indie rock album. I guess I don't quite get the like like effusive praise that they've gotten. I don't think that they're a bad band. And I do like some of their music, but I don't think that I rate them as high as the critics rate them. And obviously they're of some interest in this band because of the podcast, because MJ Lenderman is in the band.
Oh.
The king of dudes rock, even though he doesn't want to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, MJ's their guitar player.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What came first?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
And now they're in sort of like a Buckingham Nicks situation,
Yeah.
because they were dating, the lead singer and
Oh.
MJ. They broke up
Oh.
during like right before Manning Fireworks came out.
Yeah.
And I originally thought that he was going to leave the band. Like I
He
thought
said he was going to, I think. I think he said he was done touring or done with Wednesday or something in an interview.
and then I saw the pictures and he's still there.
Yeah, he's just in the back like, you got enough praise.
Yeah,
You
it's
can sit
my
in the
turn.
back. Yeah, you got to wonder if if Manning Fireworks just, caused a little bit of a fire within Wednesday, if it was like this guy thinks he's hot shit.
It's got to be weird if you're an indie band and your guitarist is like now bigger than the band.
Yeah. I don't really know much about Wednesday besides what you guys said, and that's it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Sorry, I was trying to think of something
No,
more
I had a
articulate.
feeling that you were like, yeah, I don't care about Wednesday. I mean, because honestly, because I don't like I share that part of like our brain. Like we have the same thoughts. Like I want to give a shit about Wednesday. I really do. But like everything I've heard, and I think it has to do more with just the fact that they've gotten such like high praise from Pitchfork, like best new music, and I've been like so excited to check them out. And I'm like, this to me, it feels like Phoebe Bridgers a little bit, or like Boy Genius or something a little bit with heavy guitars, which is like an interesting concept to me, but I don't know if it like works fully. I'm not sure. I mean, Rat Saw God, I agree with you. Like I didn't think it was spectacular. Like I just kind of thought of it like a lot of the songs kind of sound the same. And honestly, on Bleeds, I kind of felt the same way as I did with Rat Saw God.
Yeah, there's a few more standout tracks on this record for me than there were Rat Saw God, and I think that their sound started to make a little bit more sense on this one than Rat Saw God. Like Carly Hartzman, she's the lead singer. I heard her call the band Crick Rock or Creek Rock, and that makes a little more sense. Like,
I guess
I'm going to put that in the 10 worst ways to describe the band.
That's number
That's
11.
number 11.
Crick Rock.
Crick Rock.
I might be showing my Pittsburgh. I think she called it Creek Rock. I'm like, that's Crick Rock.
Crick Rock.
Oh yeah, you guys playing
Oh,
Crick
wait.
Rock
Down
down
there,
there.
Turtle
She didn't
Creek.
actually say crick? That
No,
was
I
just
just
you?
did.
Oh,
I just freelanced it, dude.
That's major Pittsburghese.
There's kind of like a punk element, even though they're not playing punk tinged music, in like their look and their vibe and their sound. I would imagine they wear beat up clothes and
I think
stuff.
They do. I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a fair assessment.
I'm just guessing there.
They have that Big Thief vibe of like how Big Thief is just kind of like, you know, it feels a little bit like four hillbillies that are somehow like Pitchfork indie darlings.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I Big Thief is more like Flower Child. Wednesday feels more Trailer Park.
Trailer
Yeah,
park
I
slash
guess,
farm
yeah.
worker.
Yeah.
And-
That has a
you might
fuzz
be right
pedal.
about that.
And they get like the country earnestly because they're from North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So I feel there's a lot of indie acts that are doing the country thing where it's
Yeah.
like, you live in Portland.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
But I think like the opener is really good. Like reality TV Argument Bleeds, I thought is really strong. Good, like really cool guitar lead line. Like it's got
Yeah.
that weird bend, and like the chord progression is not the type of chord progression you would expect somebody to be leading over.
Yeah.
The one thing that holds me back from liking this album and some of other Wednesday's songs is sometimes she's a very good lyricist, and I'm going to call out some of the lyrics that I really liked.
There's one that I really like that I want to talk about.
Oh, and I think I know. I think we're simpatico on that one.
I think. Wait, maybe I do. I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's a great lyric. But sometimes the melody lines feel like they're bending and holding out to fit words.
Yeah.
And that is like, sometimes it's like a great chord progression. We're starting to get a melody that's like really digestible, but we'll hold out to service the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I felt that a lot on some of these songs where it's like we're either holding out a line longer than it feels like is natural or would be catchy, or shortening it in order to get the lyrics in.
There's a similar effect with the way she sings. Like, she's a great singer, but I think there's like a slight Alanis Morissette vibe with the yodely, like switching between voice and normal voice and head voice thing.
Yeah.
Like that, like there's certain songs that she does it excessively, and it like irritates me. You know?
No, I feel the same way. Like I think her voice is great.
Great.
And it's like very unique because it sounds like other people, but not a ton of other people. Like
Yeah.
it does remind me of Adrian Lanker a little bit, but Adrian Lanker kind of takes it to like a little bit more of an extreme. She has a prettier tone to her voice. And then there's like Alanis Morissette, I think.
Yes.
That is like the OG. Yeah, that's like an OG.
Yeah, yeah.
This is like she has a great voice. It's very pretty, but it does feel just so consistent. Like the melodies are so. It's like I don't know, like it's like eating too much Swedish fish or something.
Yeah.
Like this is great, but then like after you eat like 15,
Your stomach starts to hurt.
or 45, you're just like, I can't. This is awful.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that about like some of the rock elements because we kind of go between like folksy country and then like heavy rock.
Yeah.
But a lot of the rock feels kind of like it's fuzzier than normal indie rock, but there's just something about it that still kind of feels like anonymous.
Yeah.
Like every time a song starts, I'm like, what makes this chord progression different than the one that we kind of like just played? And it's almost like you're playing like these folk cowboy chords just through like an amp that's been destroyed.
Yeah. Like I kind of feel that way. Like I feel like the first two songs, Reality TV Argument Bleeds and then Townies, like when I was listening to both of those at the same time, like I would have to kind of go back and check like where one song ended and where the other began, because it just felt like I was listening to just like an 8-minute giant song. And I like Townies. I think it has probably one of the strongest hooks on the whole record. But yeah, it just feels like it's kind of just like a lead-in from the intro. And then so many of the other songs sound like that too. I mean, Elderberry Wine takes it down a notch a little bit and then goes into kind of the Crow Bro type of thing.
But I do think that Elderberry Wine has the most conventionally satisfying melody.
Yeah, it definitely
It does.
Like,
Like
it
I remember that one.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Like where some of the other ones feel like they're kind of floating, looking for their place over the music. That one just has like an immediate
It fits
catchiness.
in there.
It is
Yeah.
catchy.
And I love that. And the pink boiled egg lays afloat in the brine.
I didn't even,
That's
I
Just
nice.
that image in the bar of just that
Yeah.
like shitty pickled egg
Yeah.
jar.
Yeah.
Just fucking like who's gonna
Festering.
eat it? Yeah, who's
And
gonna do it?
Some freak is gonna eat that.
And there, and the thing that I did get a lot of enjoyment from is her lyrics.
Yes.
I think she does a really good job of like painting these like rural, like
Yeah,
poverty-stricken pictures
Yeah.
of like townies. Like I love the line about it's like this. The song starts with her talking about a guy that she buys drugs off of and sent her nudes around, and she never got the chance to yell at him because he died. Like
Yeah.
that's a short story in like 4 lyrics, and I think the lyric that we were all talking about is from Fish Pepsi, which is a very cool sounding song.
yeah,
It has like a very old school production, like the drums sound very 70s, the way that the vocals are like way up front, but the line, "We watched a Fish concert and Human Centipede, 2 things I wish I had never seen."
yeah.
Smoked weed out of a Pepsi can.
I mean, just that is, if we gave MJ his credit with the Kahlua Shooter DUI scooter, that is fucking
That's good.
great.
That's the answer to Kahlua Shooter DUI scooter. That's the guy who, like, that guy who's doing the Kahlua Shooters DUI scooters. He made you watch the Fish concert
And Human Centipede.
Fish caught a stray there, though.
Fish did.
You would. I never in a million years, listening to this music, what it sounds like, would think that anything tangentially related to Trey and Astasia would be mentioned at all.
And not even like a straight. That's like a nuclear
nuclear
bomb.
bomb.
Like
Compared to
your music, watching your music is the same as watching a guy stapled to another guy eating his shit.
I wish I had never seen it.
Yeah, I wish I could unsee that 3-hour concert of you playing 3 songs.
That is brutal. I didn't think about how brutal that is. Until you just said
I mean, it struck me because my girlfriend is one of the most passionate Fish fans that it exists, but we have a healthy dialogue about it.
You
and
can
it
relate.
seems like yeah. I mean, she doesn't force me to do anything
other than
anymore.
nitrous.
Yeah, except for the weekly dose of nitrous.
Other than kill my brain cells.
Yeah.
every
So that
week.
you can enjoy a 48-minute interpolation.
But when anytime I hear a public execution of Fish in some way, shape, or form, I'm like, oh god.
you feel seen.
I don't feel seen. I just feel a little bit of angst towards how my girlfriend is going to react. She's like, they're not that bad. She does that every time. Anyways.
Yeah,
and
I was
there's-
just reading the lyrics. It just reminds me of Clarion County, dude. Just like small town.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like they're townies, you know? They're a different breed of folks.
Yeah, like the town I grew up in, there are like parts of the town that are very much like some of the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That is in these songs. So like, yeah, I did relate to a lot of the lyrics, and I thought that she captured a way that's like both funny but like emotionally like grounded as well. Like she's not like poking fun at that type of life, but like
well, it's because those is like the townie people, like they know it too.
Well, it's like
they get it.
The Lenderman lyric about the flag being half staff at the McDonald's or whatever. It's like that energy and the energy from this are like kindred spirits.
Doing your best, but it's still kind of trashy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The best we got is an Applebee's.
Because I think there's even a lyric in Townies are the first song of like holding on till you drown.
Yeah.
Like it's like basically like hanging on to this way of life till there's no way out. And there's a couple songs that seem to be talking about a body in like water, like a dead body in the water. Like I don't know if it's all connected, but there's one where they'll fight over your body, drag you to the shore, whether they know it or not, they're divorced.
What song is that?
That is on Candy Breath.
Oh, okay.
Which the start of it sounds a lot like Heroes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. That does make sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of like threw up in the pit at the Death Grip show.
Oh yeah.
That probably actually happened.
Cool. For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's too specific of a memory to just make up.
There's probably one guy at every Death Grip show that
throws up.
Yeah.
Well, I think like it went viral that like people were like pissing in the middle of like shows and stuff like that.
So I was too scared to go to Death Grip.
I was like, I love this and band. Vomited on.
Yeah.
But I think there's probably more sonic differences on this record than we might be giving it credit for, because like Wasp.
I was just gonna bring up Wasp. Yeah, very cool like punk song where she's like screaming, almost like Riot Girl ish. Like she goes into a whole like it feels like she shouldn't even be fronting Wednesday like in the way that she does, because like she has just such a cool like howl to her voice.
Yeah, like that is one of the more successful. Like every once in a while, a band like that will be like, "We're gonna put a heavy one on the record."
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, this is kind of cool. But that is like a cool hardcore punk song.
Yeah, it was one of my favorites off the record.
And how different Candy Breath sounds than the rest of the album. It's like they are trying things. I do think more songs than not kind of fall into sort of a mid-tempo, mid-range indie song.
Yeah.
Some cool lyrics, some cool sections, but I do think that the album doesn't finish as strong as it starts.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It's a long 36 minutes, if I'm being honest.
It is long. Like it I don't know. It feels like it doesn't feel like they're like overindulging too much, but it just ends up being kind of a slog, like just in its existence. I don't know. Like it doesn't feel like they did it on purpose and added any songs that like one was 12 minutes.
Might just be like just a little too much samey same going on.
That's what I felt like. Like Carolina Murder Suicide, I liked, and Gary's too. I also enjoyed, but yeah, it just feels like the album just sort of like the heaviness kind of just withers away a little bit.
Closing
like
with the somber numbers back to back are kind of a and then the last one stops so suddenly that I was like confused. And then Spotify did the thing where like another one of their tracks comes on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this part? I had to look.
It's the same
is
thing.
this part of like? And it's not. It's just a song from one of their older albums.
Yeah, and which I went back and listened to a little bit of Rat Saw God after listening to this one just to like kind of compare, and like, yeah, it's the same type of vibe. Like the only thing that feels like it changed would maybe be the production. It's a little bit crisper and like atmospheric on this one.
The guitars are pretty gnarly.
The guitars are gnarly. Thick. They're like compressed in a way that kind of sounds cool. Rat Saw God felt like a little bit more like grungy, and this felt more like, you know, like they're not doing it, but the Deftones thing, where like the guitars have that like really low, like just fucking like wall of fucking.
Yeah, there's like so much fuzz that it eventually gives it atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. They just went hard with that.
Carolina Murder Suicide has like a great closing lyric. It seems to be about a murder suicide, but the house collapsed, but the fire kept on burning at the scraps. and I wondered if grief could break you in half. When the gossip died and the ruins rotted away in the rain, and the fruit flies went to sleep in the drain.
Whoa.
That's some deep shit.
That's some deep shit.
That's
Yeah,
some
and
deep shit.
like I imagine it's like, you know, the gossip in town around this like terrible event, and
Yeah.
then like eventually they're gonna go away. And
That is like
leave
cool
you-
that she can kind of like spin, like you said before, like short stories out of just like a few lyrics. You know what I mean? Like it's like one of those books you read like in first grade where it's just like it's a poem that starts off like a Shel Silverstein story or something like that.
yeah, I think that's why I ended up enjoying it more in total than I liked like the sound of it. And
Yeah.
it took like a recalibration, because even as someone who really likes lyrics, these are like almost like singer-songwriter type lyrics. And whereas like MJ Lenderman, just as an example because he's in the band,
Yeah.
he delivers them like a singer-songwriter would.
Mm-hmm.
Simple song structures, simple chords, and very like easy to follow melodies.
Yeah.
Whereas these songs are a little like naughtier, like
Yeah.
they're a little more like their structures are a little more all over the place. The melodies are harder to follow,
For sure.
and like so it takes you a while to pick up what is even being said.
yeah.
And then when I would read what was said, I was like, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like always like it doesn't have that feeling of like when the melody and the lyric and the song just all hit at once. It took a little more like digging to be like, oh, these are really interesting.
Yeah, there are parts where you can feel it. Like there's like on Townies, it kind of hits where like the melody and the melody of the vocal and then the guitars, like they kind of start flowing together a little bit, but she still feels like, you know, the vocal set kind of feels like a balloon that's kind of flying around a room, where like the band just feels very solid and in place. Like it maybe that is the disconnect for me, like all along, where this feels very singer-songwriter, but you have this kind of huge sound, this huge interesting sound behind you that's like begging you to just like come up with something that goes along with it and can fit the same vibe and the same tone. But it kind of does, but it does, and that might be why they're so popular, because they have that unique sound that other bands don't, like combining those two worlds. But yeah, it just doesn't click for me.
Yeah, and then when you hear Elderberry Wine, or at least when I hear Elderberry
Yeah.
Wine, I'm just like, yes,
This is it.
More of
this
that.
is what I
We need
want.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the other slow one? The Way Love Goes. That's a pretty nice song as well.
Yeah, short, folky.
Yeah.
You know,
like it doesn't do anything crazy, but it fits. Like it just fits. Like I don't even think she does like her usual yodel as much on that song. It feels way more smooth and clean.
Yeah.
and then they'll pick like weird decisions to do either in the mix or like with the songwriting, like in Pick Up the Knife. It's like kind of a like mid-tempo song, and then just like this
Yeah.
wall of noise comes in for a very short period of time and then just like dissipates.
Yeah, that was another thing that bothered me. I thought that song was gonna like really
Take off.
but it doesn't for some reason. And it feels like a song that should, because like there's a lot of build up. But yeah, should we do the CAs?
Yeah, let's
We're
rate
almost
this thing.
We're almost towards the end.
Yeah.
Who's
I'll-
going first?
I'll go first, just because I'm probably the least qualified, but
Not qualified.
I don't know about
Yeah.
maybe that's not the
You
right
didn't
word.
get your CDL, dude.
No, I did not get my Wednesday CDL.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this album, but I don't think it's like amazing. I guess from what I understand about their progression as a band, this might be like a tiny nudge forward as opposed to a leap, which is fine. I mean, how many albums have they had? Like
They've had quite a few
Like
now. I think.
5,
4 or 5.
4 or
somewhere.
5. You know, maybe by this point in your career, there's more of an expectation that you're going to progress faster or more dramatically. But, you know, if they have kind of found their niche where it's like grunge with like a touch of quirky indie with like dashes of country, that's cool. There was just some elements of it that felt too repetitive. Like one song kind of, like Nate said, one song kind of reminded me of the others and things like that. But it's smart music in that the lyrics are great. and I thought the production was nice too. Yeah, it's
Big
not
brain.
smart music like fucking Squid or Jordy Greep. It's like,
That's too smart.
Yeah,
it's
that's
for the
just-
lyrics heads. And I thought that made it pretty strong, but all in all, it just wasn't really my bag the most. I know there's people in my life that definitely would fuck with this more than me. So I think I'm going to land on a 6.5
6.5.
out of 10.
I'll go next. Yeah, I mean, I feel similar to that, honestly. Like, there's something about this band that I want to connect with and I want to really love, but every time I come back to their records, it just feels like I missed the mark with it, or they missed the mark with it. It feels like it's my fault, honestly. Like, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Don't I get?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's good. Like, there's really nothing about it when I listen to it that like strikes me as like something I really don't like. Like, I like the way the guitars sound. I like the riffs and like the weird guitar, the like lead melodies, and kind of how it sounds like. It does remind me of like Feeble Little Horse, like bands like Swirlies and things like that are, and Pavement, like a newer version of that. But like the vocals are also great and the lyrics are great, but something about it just feels like it feels like I don't know, just so mismatched, and it's like it's hard to get through for me. I'm just like, this is good music, but it's just not my vibe. Like, that's why I feel weird giving it like a bad score or a great score, because I'm just like, I'm not. I definitely didn't think that highly of it, but I also don't think that like it's bad in any way. I just like, if I really had a dog on it for something, I would say the songs just sound the same. The melodies aren't really that catchy. Like, they're catchy sometimes, but like it's more of just like her showing off her vocal chops.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but I just wish there was more like head banging moments, and I feel like there could be, but it's because of the lyrics and the vocal delivery that you don't really get them. Yeah, I mean, the whole album as a whole was like cool. It had variety. I'm not gonna dog it for being a mixed bag, because like it had the heavy moments, it had the cool singer-songwriter moments, and it had Wasp, which was like the cherry on top of being like, okay, they balanced this out really well. But still, I just wasn't really into it. I don't know. I'm gonna match JJ's 6.5.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel completely dissimilar to you guys. I think that I ended up appreciating it more the more I listened to it, and the more that I understood what the songs were about and the lyrics. But there is still something about the songwriting that feels a bit searching to me.
Yeah.
Like the parts just don't all come together. And some of like the big swings creatively on the record were more like, oh, I see what you did there, than like really grab me. Like that part in Pick Up the Knife where they do that like loud explosion of sound, and I forget the song where she's talking about the biker gang, and where she keeps saying they'll meet you outside, they'll meet you outside.
Oh yeah. Shit. That's towards the end, I think, right?
Yeah, that's also in Pick Up the Knife.
Okay.
And Pick Up That Knife. And like that is a part that like should feel raw, and for some reason there's just something about it that kind of feels off. And that like, I guess that like kind of sums up how I feel about certain things about the record. Like, I know logically what you're doing and why you're doing it and why this element is here, but sometimes they just don't come together where I'm taking it in and it's hitting me at like an emotional or just like lizard brain level of like, hell yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I do think that she is a like really great lyricist. There's like a couple parts where it does like, are we like hitting hillbilly Mad Libs, like how many screen doors and stuff like that that get brought up time and time again, but there's enough really, really good lyrics in here. What's the one that easy things in life keep getting harder every day, and then it comes back to the sweet spots of life keep getting bitter every day.
Oh yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. Yeah, like really strong lyric writing, and I think that is probably going to push my score a little higher than you guys, because I do feel pretty much exactly the same about the music and songs as a whole. Like, what am I missing? Like, that is kind of like the thing of, like, when I see how much, like, reverence people have for it, and it's like, I kind of get it. Yeah. But there's just something missing that I can't, like, say that this is, like, one of my favorite bands or albums.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 6.8.
6.8. Your boys were feeling on the same level the whole way through. It's a 6.6 out of 10.
Okay.
I think that...
It's a human centipede, yeah, whatever.
It's a human centipede. Yeah,
human centipede, yeah, whatever.
Human centipede / fish concert,
fish
whatever.
Concert, yeah. I don't wish I never listened to this album.
No, and I think there's parts of it I will come back to, because there's something interesting going on. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like you compared them to Phoebe Bridgers and Boy Genius, and like the last Boy Genius record, kind of like I was really like, people were talking about that being the album of the year and stuff like that, and I just was like, I thought that the EP that they had put out was so much
better, yeah.
And I don't quite feel like they're at that level where, like, they put out something where people are praising it that I'm just like, where am I?
Yeah.
I can see it. Like, like, the guitars are there. The songwriting is cool. The country elements feel earned. The lyrics are cool. There's just something about it that's not, like, completely coming together.
The thing for me is, like, why do I prefer Feeble Little Horse so much more than this band? You know,
because you're friends with the guy in the band.
It's not because of Jay Kelly. But maybe it is a little bit. I'll give, like,
two guys in the band now.
Oh yeah, two guys.
True.
Yeah. I'll give like 8% to Jay Kelly, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, they have a very similar sound, but something about Feeble Little Horse strikes my ear more. I think it has to do more with the vocal. Like, it's like the vocal that Lydia has, like, it just feels more gentle, and, like, I'm being put in an uncomfortable place that, like, I kind of want to know more about, where this feels like I know exactly where I am, but I just don't want to be there.
Yeah, and this is no shade on Lydia. She doesn't have the same level of chops that Carly does.
Yeah, it's a whole different style of singing.
But voice. I think because of that, like, Lydia is always making sure that the vocal fits what the music is doing. Like, sometimes, like, a limitation in the vocal can be a strength, because you're like, I just got to make it work here.
I'm not belting it.
Yeah. I can't do whatever I want. I have to do, like, the 4 things that I can think of that will make this song fit.
Right.
And I also think that Feeble Little Horse doesn't incorporate anything other than, like, cool noise rock and, like, experimental noise music.
Yeah, they don't have, like, the country twang.
Yeah, they're not bringing in... You don't get Rob because he's got a fucking hummingbird, 60s Gibson.
You get him because he's the fuzz master.
He's the fuzz master.
He's a fuzzlord.
So I think that, too, like, they stick pretty... Like, they're very adventurous in their sounds, but they're sticking to noise and rock and roll.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes, like, the tug of war between, like, cool, weird indie fuzz and country can feel like, stop fighting!
Yeah. It does... I mean, maybe I'll just go ahead and say it, because I just thought of it right now. But it does feel like, in a way, a band that, like, Pitchfork grew in a lab. You know what I mean?
I feel less that way. There's definitely bands that I feel much more so that way. Like, there are bands that just have, like, nothing that Pitchfork will give reviews to that I'm like, okay.
Sure. But, like, this is, like, them kind of nailing it. This is, like, their, this is their McDonald's, like, this is like, we got everything. We got, like, the rock guys, the indie guys, the country people.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We are adding, we got it all,
They're a 4-quadrant indie band.
Exactly. They have every element perfect. Yeah.
They complete the Punnett square of rock.
Yeah, I don't, exactly. The Punnett square. Yeah, I don't mean to throw shade on that. I'm just saying that, like, it's kind of all of the things that are very popular right now with not just music fans but bands, like what bands are trying to do. So
that's what we think, man.
It's a 6.6. It's a smart. No, wait.
No, it's a human centipede / fish concert.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yep, that's what
That's
it is.
it. Sorry. If you don't like it, shouldn't have watched the video.
No one's gonna like it.
Yeah, that's the
That's
score.
it. Sorry.
Let us know what you thought of this record. Did you like it more than us? Did you hate it more than us? Did you think that we're being too easy on it? Do you think we should have went harder in the negative things that we said? Or is it your album of the year so far? Because I could see people going that direction as well.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. And subscribe to our Patreon page. $5 a month to become a quitter. Bonus content every week. Get the shirt in the description below. You're going to want that shirt. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's I Quit My Band. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.